Hi and welcome to another session of Let's Walk About It with me, Ian Banyard, the founder of Nature Connection World, which is an online nature conscious platform for people who are searching for a deeper connection with nature and a deeper connection, a deeper relationship with their own true nature. For true nature, you could also say a sense of self. One of the senses that we're neglecting. When I come on a walk like this, I like to tap into my senses, tune in to my senses. In my everyday life, when I'm working or busy at home, quite often I tune out from my senses. And I've always if I think back, I've always tuned out at times. This week, I've been suffering with a hearing, I'm going to say disorder, but I mean disorder in terms of kind of a disturbance, I suppose, rather than a disorder. A hearing disturbance called, I understand it's called an earworm, and it's a tune that just keeps going around and around and around and around in my head. I'm not actually hearing the tune. There's no radio playing, there's no music playing anywhere, but it's a memory of a tune, and it's not always the same tune. And this has happened most of my life. I often go through phases where I just get this earworm. It just keeps going round and round and round and round, and it's not the whole song. It'd be lovely if it was the whole song, but it's just a snippet of the song, just going round and round and round. And usually happens when I wake up. I wake up either early in the morning, or I wake up at the usual waking up time, and I recognise I've got this tune going round and round and round in my head. And they call it an earworm. I don't really know much about them. I don't think my doctor knows much about them either, because it's one of those conditions, it's one of those experiences that I guess many of us have. And if you have earworms, let me know. Please put a comment underneath, and maybe tell us the tunes that you're constantly listening to. But I've contemplated this condition that I have and that I experience from time to time, and try to understand and search for where that could come from. And for me, I know that when I was a child, quite often I was in situations where there was a lot of noise around, arguing, conflict sometimes, and trying to get to sleep with a lot of noise going on. And one of the ways I used to do that was I would put my transistor radio, that takes me back a little bit, transistor radio, I used to put it under my pillow and listen to the Luxembourg top 20 charts on Radio Luxembourg. That's a very long time ago. And I would fall asleep just listening to the music on the radio. And it would I'd tune into the radio and tune out of the noise and the disturbance that was going on around me. So I wonder whether these earworms are an echo of those days of when I used to put a transistor radio underneath my pillow to tune out of a disturbance and tune in to something that was more comforting, and helped me escape sometimes. And that's kind of what nature is for me as well. Nature is an escape from thoughts and feelings and activities for me that don't bring me joy, don't nurture me, don't nourish me. And it's a way of escaping. And so I wonder whether this earworm is a similar thing, and the fact that it repeats and repeats and it repeats. But one of the things I've started to do is I've started to apply natural mindfulness to this condition. So when I wake and I have a song going around in my head, one of the first things I do is I notice what the lyrics are. I see if I can recall the lyrics, and it's usually quite easy to do. And so I recall the lyrics, and then see if there's any message in the lyrics. Is it a particular song that lyric that I'm thinking of over and over and over and over again has some relevance, has some connection to something going on in my life? And then rather than it become an irritant, rather than it become discomfort and, yeah, as I say, irritating, it becomes meaningful for me. And quite often it's like when I come into nature, sometimes I look for lessons in nature. I look around, I listen, I get a sense of what's going on in nature, and sometimes see if nature is trying to give me a message, if there's a message in there somewhere that I can intuit. And I do the same with these earworms. The other thing I do with the earworms is I recognise that I'm tuning in to them. So I wonder also then, what is it that I'm trying to tune out of? What's going on in my life right now where I feel that tuning into a song that goes on and on and on in my head that might have some meaning if I listen to the lyrics, or might just be a way of blocking. It kind of reminds me of when we're kids and people are maybe teasing you or saying something to you, and it's going to go, and it's like sort of like no, I'm not listening kind of thing, and just trying to sort of create sound yourself to block out sound. So I wonder, am I trying to block something out? So what is it that's going on in my life at this time that I'm not wanting to think about? And sometimes it might be that I perceive that that's something that's maybe harmful, so I don't want to tune into it. But it could just be that sometimes it's something that's uncomfortable that I really should be dealing with, but it's just a more immature part of me trying to not deal with that. So yeah, let's walk about earworms. Strange one to do. I don't know what you were expecting when you saw the title of this Let's Walk About It. But yeah, earworms. So do you get earworms? Are earworms something that you've never experienced before? Is it something you know something about? Do you have another suggestion of what could be causing these earworms? I'd love to know. So leave a comment and let me know. And please subscribe to Let's Walk About It. It's been a few weeks since I've done one of these. So please subscribe. Check out some of the other ones. There's quite a few now on this channel. And if you're interested in Nature Connection World and searching for a deeper connection with nature yourself, your true nature yourself, then join us on Nature Connection World. I'll put a link below this video in the description with a link to Nature Connection World as well. If you live in Gloucestershire or the Cotswolds area, I'm running wellbeing walks, summer natural mindfulness wellbeing walks, guiding those from the Gloucestershire Cotswolds throughout the summer. I've got a guide training course for guides that want to guide people into nature starting in the autumn. That's already half full, by the way, so if you're interested, I haven't actually got a date yet. I think it's going to be around September time, but I have a waiting list of people that want to come on it. So if you're interested in guiding people to a closer connection with nature and their true nature, even if you're not in the UK, you don't have to be. It's an online course. It's a 21-day online course with me. And please get in touch and let me know, and I'll let you know as soon as bookings open and a date's been agreed for my autumn natural mindfulness guide training program. So anyway, I'm heading home now. My earworm's gone. I'm concentrating. Whenever I concentrate on something else, when I move my attention to something else, as soon as I got up, my earworm disappears. But rather than see it as a pest, rather than see it as an irritant now, I kind of see it as an opportunity to mindfully explore what it is about my nature, what it is about what's going on in my mind right now, that this earworm is guiding me to, and the insights, the intuitions that might be, and the understandings that might be connected to it. So anyway, enjoy your day today, enjoy the rest of your week, and I look forward to connecting with you on another video very, very soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.